and welcome to another video. Today I have done a ridiculous amount of prep work because this is probably going to be the messiest thing I have ever done on my channel. And that is going to be attempting to finger paint, as the title would suggest. So, I have looked up a ridiculous amount of inspiration so I can hopefully pour as much of my paint as I need before actually beginning the project. So, firstly, I have like 4 purples here. I have Wild Iris, Lavender Sachet, Wild Grapes, and Petunia Purple. I am going for a floral scene because that's very much in my aesthetic, and I think I will get the most use out of a painting with flowers in it. I'm also doing a little pink set with pink blush, candy pink, peach, and like dabs of pale daffodil. I'm also going to be using your generic white, probably just to kind of do little something resembling baby's breath, I suppose. For the background, I've gone for this like dark collection of blues so that the brighter colors will pop off the front, of English Navy, Tuscan Teal, and then ending with Pewter Gray, and I'm probably going to gradient that down. And lastly, for the stems, I've got 3 greens, starting with Holly Branch, going into New Shamrock, and ending with Parakeet. Normally what I'll do is I'll shoot in like scenes, and I'll record something brief happening, or whatever it is that I'm doing, or making any comments, before eventually turning the camera off and then starting a new scene after I've done whatever it is that I need to do. That can't happen here because my hands are going to be messy as all get out. I'm going to try my absolute hardest to keep my left hand clean, especially because I'm not sure it would turn out so great if I used any of my left hand. But now I'm just kind of popping in all of the colors. I'm making this like my flower palette, and the other one's going to be my background and stems palette. And I have 2 because, you know, I have so many paints. And the last thing that I want is to have to mix something last minute, or, you know, grab more. So I'm going to be a little generous with the amounts that I need. I'm actually running out of a lot of paints, but I haven't had the time to go get new ones, so... Alright, so I have my colors here. I wanted to have doubles of my background color since it's covering the most space. I have my floral section here. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to use all this amount of color, but I did want to have a nice variety so that it didn't seem so flat, I guess. I did actually already make a mistake and accidentally got some of that candy pink while I was squirting it into the bucket onto the paper, but I think that's okay. I think we'll survive. Basically, the way I'm going to do this is I'm probably just going to put it on a hyperlapse, have it kind of zoom through everything, in high hopes that I don't run out of battery and that I don't run out of storage space on my camera. So with that said, I think it's time to get messy. So I've decided that this background piece looks a little too stormy, and I don't quite like that. So I already have this pale daffodil color that I've used to kind of add in some yellow into the grassy-ish area, if that's what I can call it. So I grabbed golden yellow, and I think I'm just going to do like some streaks across the top and kind of make it look a little bit like maybe like sun rays or something, just to brighten it up. I don't know, maybe I should grab some orange, but we'll see. I might squirt some orange in here just in case. Also, something that's like super cool about this particular like finger painting style is the texture. This, for instance, is like a satin paint or something, but I like dried the globs with a hairdryer and they're like still poking up, so it's got a really cool like texture to it. I grabbed a color called Harvest Orange, and we're gonna do like kind of like probably the lightest ones, then some darker ones, and then the darkest, like we're gonna do just short little bits at the top. So we'll see how it goes. I have actually managed to do this whole thing with only this mess and maybe a couple of spots elsewhere. I really hate, for some reason, that the top edge is so skinny compared to the rest, but I do like the border, so I think I'm just gonna kind of cut around the edges here, probably with an X-Acto knife because scissors never cut straight. So is it the most beautiful thing I've ever created? Probably not, but I think it was fun to do something a little bit different today and just try something new. I think I've learned a weird amount about finger painting techniques and, you know, what kind of works and what gets the desired effects, like blending in gradients or kind of trying to make pointed lines, which is kind of like starting at the bottom and then kind of moving up so that the paint kind of comes off a little bit. So I've definitely learned a lot from this. It's not my favorite final project, but I do think that there is something to be learned from this, and it was kind of fun to not be so worried about being super clean and just playing with colors and images that I enjoy in a new way. So if you really liked what you saw, feel free to like and subscribe. Every Sunday I do put out a new crafting video, so feel free to do that, and maybe I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.